Live at the White House, major thanks. The virus has now gone global. As expected, the World Health Organization today raised its alert to the highest possible level for the H1N1 flu virus, or the swine flu as we once called it. That means this flu is officially a pandemic, affecting tens of thousands of people around the world. We haven't had a flu pandemic since the late 1960s, 41 years ago, when about a million people died. Tonight, we're learning about some American students who are suffering of this outbreak. They don't seem to have the flu, but that doesn't seem to matter in China. Lauren Sivan is with us now. What does this mean?
Well, Shep, China is not taking any chances when it comes to anyone that may have been in contact with a flu patient. Here's what happened. A passenger on a flight from North Palm Beach, Florida to Beijing tested positive for the flu after having a seizure on board. Well, also on that flight, a group of Florida high school students, including siblings Randall, Brian, and Elizabeth Doan. They have been quarantined with 8 friends and a teacher. And they managed to send these photos of Chinese medical workers in hazmat suits testing them for the flu. Shep, they snuck these pictures on a cell phone camera.
Really? It has to be a pretty scary situation for these kids over there.
Yeah, it is. 18-year-old Elizabeth Doan, she described it in an email to her mom saying, quote, doctors outfitted to look like aliens came to take our temperature. We were all given masks and treated like we were lepers. We were then escorted outside down a secret passage so as not to be in contact with any other human beings. Then we were crammed in an ambulance. We could not understand what anyone was saying. Everyone was talking in Chinese. Now, they have limited access to email and telephone at this point.
When do they get to come home?
Well, initially, they were told that they had to be in quarantine 7 days. Well, now that this is a pandemic, that may change. And the conditions in quarantine, as you can imagine, not very pleasant.
Yeah.
They have sealed off all of the vents for the air conditioning so that we cannot have air conditioning, so there's no circulation. They have also closed our windows so that we can't open them and get breeze because they're scared someone might escape.
And the temperature in China right now, that can get up into the 90s. Well, Elizabeth's parents, they tell me they are pressuring their congressmen, their senators for help, and they might make the trip over to China themselves if they are not released soon, Chef.
Lauren Sivan, what a story. Thank you. She's